Good evening and welcome back to Dunning Stadium for the CIAC quarterfinals. It's the New Canaan Rams taking on the Southington Blue Knights.
Well, both these teams won on Thanksgiving against their rivals New Canaan, against number 3 seed in Class AA Darien, and Southington against Cheshire.
That's right, Brendan, and it looks like it's going to be a fantastic game today. We have New Canaan coming in as the number 2 seed, losing only once this year to Wilton. Here at home, we streamed that game as well. And Southington has had a fantastic season as well.
I mean, both these teams have had such sustained success in the state throughout high school football. Coach Marinelli in his 40th year, the all-time state wins leader in Connecticut. And on the other side of the field, too, Coach Mike Drury is nothing to sneeze at. He's 98-15 in his 10 years at Southington. Good for the second best winning percentage among active coaches.
Fantastic statistics, and this is going to be a heavyweight matchup here in the first round. The winner of this game is going to go on to play Darien and Hamden, or the winner of the Darien and Hamden game, I should say. But Brendan, going back to those key pieces in both of these teams, what can you tell us about the New Canaan team and their success so far this year?
Well, New Canaan's defense has just been on another level all year. After the Wilton game, they have not allowed more than 7 points in a game. They've just been lights out since then. Southington on the other side of the ball, they have a terrific defense as well. They're very blitz heavy. Jackson Ruszewski, he's the leader of that defense. He has 11 sacks, and he leads the team in tackles.
Certainly going to be an interesting matchup here. Two defensive powers.
And for New Canaan, it really relies on their 3-4 linebackers, Ryan Warneberg, Baird Schmitz, and Vin Cognetta. All have been spectacular for the Rams this season, with Schmitz and Cognetta being named to first-team All-FCIAC. And that front seven has just been mean and ugly all year, not someone you want to mess with. Let's talk about the other side of the ball. Southington looks to attack New Canaan with a primarily run-pass option offense. And
you can see them coming out onto the field here. Southington sporting a very large team, similar to New Canaan.
Southington, they've had some really good success in Class L, or Class AA, with state championships in 1998, 2013, and 14, the latter of the two coming under Drury. And they have made states 8 out of the last 9 years, so certainly a power upstate in the Central Connecticut Conference.
Yes, these teams have not met many times in the past, so it is going to be a big matchup here.
Well, this is the first meeting, and Southington, they can score a lot.
Speaking of the Rams, here they are. You can see them on the screen now, gathering at that gate.
From Southington High School, and their head coach, Mike Drury. Rams hold a record of 9 wins and 1 loss. The Knights are 8-2 for the season. This is a Class CIAC quarterfinal contest. contest. The winner advancing to play the winner of the Darien-Hamden contest going on right now. And those two will probably meet on this one. We'll see how it turns out. That game will be on December 5th. Remember, fans, cheer for your team. Refrain from using foul or abusive language. Respect the call of our officials and enjoy an American tradition. Are you ready for some high school football? We direct your attention to midfield for the introduction of our officiating crew and the coin toss. Our referee tonight is Jim Brennan. The umpire is Ron Slapowski. The head linesman is Steve Seeley. The line judge is Darnell Beans. Our back judge is Damian Bellato. The game clock tonight run by Patrick Morrison, and our play clock by Ken Conlon. New Canaan has won the toss and deferred. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, will you please rise and join in our national anthem? The colors are at the south end of the field.
And welcome back up into the booth with me, Cole Schubert, and Brendan Tiscornia alongside me.
Well, New Canaan won the toss and chose to defer. These, in some of your conference games that you know you're going to win, you want to take the ball first, get up early, and put the opponent away. But, in a Class LL state playoff game, you're in for a battle. So New Canaan chooses to get the ball at the half.
Certainly is uncharted territory for the Rams. Just 2 seasons ago, the last season, last year, of course, wasn't played due to COVID, the Rams were in the Class L and have elected to move up, mainly due to the numbers of boys at the school.
Well, New Canaan's been switching up and down between Class L and Class LL. 2018, they lost in the Class LL finals to Greenwich.
And here is junior Ty Groff to kick off for the Rams, starting this game off. And that catch is fielded by number 13, Ty Woodbury, and taken up to the 22-yard line.
And it is a cold day here in New Canaan, Connecticut. Saw some flurries earlier, and that might have an effect on how both teams carry out the game plan on offense. You're going to be less likely to see the ball in the air and certainly going to see a little more ground and pound. Southington leans on 2 running backs, Javon Thomas, as well as Lincoln Cardillo.
And you were right, Brendan. Here's the run, and that run is going to pick up a solid 7 yards. That was by
Cardillo on the carry.
Another handoff here, and this one will be stuffed for no gain.
Cardillo again. He started off as sort of the number 2 back, but he's really coming into his own. 100 yards in each of the last 3 games for the junior.
Quarterback Jack Barnum, number 16 there, lining up in shotgun.
First third down of the game for the Knights.
New Canaan blitz is looking potent there, and that's going to be a throw and a first down at the the Southington 35-yard line.
Short, quick hitter on the outside. Dylan Murray able to bring him down after a short gain, but still gets the first down for Southington.
And there's the screen, and about 8 yards picked up there.
And we're seeing a little tempo here from the Blue Knights.
Much quicker play calls here. That one was caught and ran by John Flynn, number 84.
Flynn, only a sophomore, sitting at 6'2". He certainly has a bright future for Southington.
And another run here, breaking through the middle of the defensive line and picking up the first down into the Rams' half. That was by Lincoln Cardillo once again.
Well, I was talking so much about this New Canaan defense early on, but Southington having no problems here.
They are picking up yards steadily and looking threatening just a few minutes into this game here. Another screen here out to number 10, Gavin Anderson, and he is brought down around the 44-yard line.
And Southington, they're not having a lot of big plays, but they're able to stay ahead of schedule. 5-7 yards on every play. That's a recipe for a dangerous offense.
2nd and 6 here. A throw that is incomplete, hitting the ground, intended receiver. Once again, number 84, John Flynn.
Incognito was right there. Perhaps he got a hand in to break it up. Now with the incompletion, Southington slowing down a little bit, waiting for the play.
3rd and 6 here with Jack Barnum in shotgun. And he's going to keep it and is stuffed at the line by number 75, Ned Brady, the senior captain.
The choice to run it there leads me to believe that Southington thought it might have been 4-down territory if you get it 3-4 yards, but negative play there, and it looks like they're going to bring out the punt team. Max Alert and Connor Bailey back to receive the punt.
And up it goes, falling short as Salert is going to call the fair catch.
Canaan will gain possession inside of their own 20. They really struggled moving the ball against Darien. We'll see how they do against Southington, a heavy blitzing team.
This will be our first look at senior captain and quarterback Henry Cunny wearing the number 6 jersey.
New Canaan loves to run the football, but passing here on first down.
That one is out to Max Alert, who picks up 12 yards for the first down.
Max Alert, he's really been the leader in this wide receiver room. New Canaan, they sort of go to different guys every week, whether it be Jack McPhillips, Hunter Telesco, but Max Alert's still the number 1 guy out there.
Before this game, he was averaging just under 45 yards per game, and that run is going to pick up around 2 yards
tackled by number 5, Jackson Useski.
Ruszewski, the star defensive lineman for Southington, on the stop on the last one.
And this one is going to be taken here by number 27, Alex Benevento, the sophomore and one of the rising stars on this football team. An incredible athlete here at New Canaan High School.
He's just seen his role get bigger and bigger. He's one of those kids who's just good at every sport that he tries. A starting second baseman on the baseball team last year.
As a freshman as well. 3rd and 4 here. New Canaan taking their time. They've got senior captains Henry Cunny and Connor Bailey lining up in the backfield. Cunny looks to throw and gets the first down. And Southington just got the push off to shove Slurt off balance.
That was actually Andrew Rechterman on the carry.
First down for the Rams from the 44.
Another short throw here, and this one is going to pick up many yards, just up to the Southington 32-yard line.
And New Canaan had a large shortage of big plays against Darien, and they've been able to move the ball well here early on, and that's certainly exciting if you're offensive coordinator Dan Farina.
That ball intended for Max Slurt, just too high and to the left of him, and the pass is incomplete. He did get a hand on it, but there was not going to be any one-handed catch heroics this early in the game, at least.
Oftentimes you want to set up the run game before you're able to set up the passing game, but heavy blitzing team like Southington, New Canaan is trying to get the ball outside to stop them from sending so much pressure to Cunny so they can run the game, so they can run the ball like they want to.
And here is Connor Bailey on the rush, and he will pick up about 5 yards.
Number 20, Connor Bailey.
And we have an interesting story out the New Canaan sideline. Hunter Telesco, normally number 33, is wearing number 16 this game. When Coach Lou Marinelli was asked why, he said, 33 just didn't come back from the cleaner.
And that ball was up, intended for number 27, Alex Benevento, in the end zone, just a little too far ahead of him. And he's going to check out of the game now.
4th and 6 here. It's long 45-yard field goal. New Canaan has a capable kicker. Ty Groff hit from 44 against Ludlow, but in this weather and this distance, the way they've been moving the ball so far, they're going to go for it here.
Big 4th down conversion coming up early in this game. The blitz is on, and Cunny is sacked at the 35-yard line. That's going to be a big loss and turnover here by the Southington defense.
And that's Austin Pizulkowski for the Southington Blue Knights. That's a mouthful of a name, but
he is a mouthful of a player as well, standing at 6'2" and 210 pounds. Certainly a big threat here, both on offense as a wide receiver and defense as on the defensive line.
Stoppage of play here. Officials timeout.
Looks like the chains still have to move here.
Did I, Cole? Southington was able to move the ball well with Cardillo on the opening drive. We'll see what they do here on 1st down.
Here is Barnum in the shotgun. And that one is going to be a short throw to number 1 Ryan Delmont, who breaks away from a few tackles there and takes it straight back into the Rams' half of the field here. We're on the 47, 48-yard line.
Delmonte, their leading wide receiver, 537 yards and 7 touchdowns on the year. A first-team All-State hopeful and captain of the Southington team as well.
And the faked handoff there sends the ball on over to number 10, Gavin Anderson. That's his second target of the game here. He picks up about 6 yards.
Southington able to take advantage of the tempo, catching New Canaan on their heels there.
Well, in talking with some of the players, Brendan, you and I both heard that they looked for that run-pass offense like you said. Here goes another run for Southington, picking up 4 yards by number 21, Javon Thomas. And this one is going to be a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Thomas and Cardillo both roughly have 700 yards rushing on the year. So 2 viable options in the backfield for the Blue Knights.
Very threatening offensive numbers being put up here by the Southington team so far in this season. Let's see how New Canaan responds. And that is the response that New Canaan wanted. That is going to be short of the first down. 4th and 1 coming up.
Thomas once again on the handoff, not able to get it, but inches here, and I don't blame Coach Mike Drury at all for going for it.
4th down to the yard. Ball is inside the 40 at the 39.
The New Canaan bomb squad on their feet. Big 4th down conversion coming up here.
Flynn in motion. Oh, and New Canaan jumped.
And the flag comes out. Poor time to jump. That is going to move the chains for the first down.
In a situation like that, you got to know better.
That'll give the Blue Knights a first down inside the Ram 35.
If you don't go offsides, maybe they'll punt it, but obviously not.
Costly penalty here for New Canaan. Ball is snapped, and another pass here intended for number 34, Aaron Borkowski.
Chris Bob, tight coverage there on the breakup.
My apologies, that was actually intended for number 84, John Flynn. A little tough seeing these jerseys late at night.
It's even tougher seeing the New Canaan numbers.
It's lucky that we know those players a little better than Brendan.
I need my readers.
I need a second pair of contacts. And the pass is up. Another short pass out wide for number 10, Gavin Anderson. He picks up about 3 yards there. 3rd down coming up here.
Helping out defensively, number 21, Dylan Murray.
Everyone on this Southington team does such a good job of blocking. Not just the offensive line, but the receivers are getting out into space and making some space for their guys.
Evan Anderson, a 4th wide receiver here, checking into the game. No one in the backfield but Barnum, and the blitz is up. The ball is thrown and is out to Anderson, who breaks away and is going to get all the way up to the 6-yard line. Christopher Bopp recovering there from the missed tackle by the New Canaan team, and this is a fantastic opportunity in the red zone. 1st and goal here for Southington.
Yeah, it looked like all was lost after the heavy pressure there, but Evan Anderson able to break a few tackles and get Southington into great position.
And the ball is up, and that is going to be a touchdown for Southington. The fake run there is taken by the quarterback, Jack Barnum, into the end zone. 6-0 Southington.
I tell you what, even I was faked out on the read there. Barnum, they've been going to both those running backs a lot, and that's his first keep of the night, and no better time.
It faked me as well, Brendan.
Jack Barnum will attempt with Gavin Anderson holding.
Jack Barnum, apparently the jack of all trades for this Southington team. He's out here kicking.
I see what you did there, Cole.
Oh, I didn't even realize it, Brendan. Well, that one was no pun intended, and the kick is up. Point after is good. Southington has the advantage here on this chilly Tuesday night at Dunning Stadium.
New Canaan was able to move the ball well on their previous drive.
Both teams really moving the ball well.
Yeah, gave it up on downs in Southington territory, and they were able to capitalize. On big plays like that, you got to convert, and those 50-50 plays, that's what's going to win you football games.
And Jack Barnum out once again to kick off here.
Alex Benevento and Connor Bailey back deep for the Rams, it looks like. As I mentioned, hard to read those numbers.
I believe you are correct, though. Both incredible athletes with massive amounts of speed. Connor Bailey had an 85-yard kick return earlier on the year against Fairfield Ward.
Number 16, Jack Barnum will kick off.
The whistle goes. Barnum here making his way up, and the kick is up. That's going to fall for Benevento right on the goal line. He's going to take it up and take it all the way up to the 37-yard line. What did I say, Brendan? Wow, that was a fantastic burst of speed from the sophomore. And fantastic field position here for New Canaan.
Yeah, if you're New Canaan, you really got to capitalize. You've been given a gift on a great kick by Barnum, and if you have good field position like this, you got to come away with some points.
Along with number 25, Jared Gita. First down for the Rams. They're at the 37.
Well, just under 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Time to make something happen. Cunny has time and little space. He throws it up for Vin Cognetta, who is trucking down the sidelines and makes it all the way to the Southington 22-yard line. The flag is out on the play, though.
It looks like something after the play, most likely against Southington. And what a play there by Cunny. Play fell apart. Southington picked up that it was a screen play. Rectorman and Cognetta were both covered. Cunny looks to run, stays behind the line of scrimmage. Great awareness by Cognetta. Oh.
That's going to be a face mask, and they offset.
So it's face mask as well as a legal man downfield. So plays offset, replay first down.
Unfortunate turn of events there for New Canaan, but very possible that they can create a similar threat here. And that's going to be a handoff to Connor Bailey, who picks up 3 yards on the first down. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Connor Bailey with the carry. You can stop to Alex.
Yeah, certainly a blow there on the penalty. Huge play, just gets called back.
4 yards with the play. 2nd down, 6 at the 42.
And going to be a short screen here to Hunter Telesco in the number 16 jersey. He takes it up to the 49-yard line.
That's good enough for a first down.
Give the stop to number 9, Brendan Capola. First and 10 for New Canaan at midfield.
The Rams going to take their time here. Still got 15 seconds on the play clock.
Less than a minute left in this first quarter.
And that one is going to be handed off to Vincognetta, who makes it up the field, gaining around 7 yards there.
When he gets ahead of steam, he's a hard man to stop.
Chase down by number 51, Kevin Lowry. First down.
Very true. Cognetta standing at 5'8", not the tallest, but 190 pounds of mostly muscle, probably.
Check that. Second down, 4.
Here is Cognetta again. Connie trying to sell the fake as Cognetta picked up a handful of yards there. 3rd and 2nd coming up here.
If you want to win state playoff games, you got to pick up in these. You got to get the first down in these situations.
3rd down, 2.
And doesn't look like the Rams are going to get this snap off before the quarter ends. So there it is, the first quarter. Southington leads 7-0 over the New Canaan Rams here at Dunning Stadium. It's been a fantastic game for both offenses so far, Brendan.
Yeah, both teams, we talked about their defenses before the game, but they're also able to move the ball, and both teams have done a great job of that. Southington using the using some tempo offensively to get New Canaan on their heels, and they've done a great job of that, scoring on their second drive and moving the ball well on the first drive as well. We would like to thank our sponsors. So this game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We'd like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's Market has supported NC Rams athletics in the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. I'd like to thank our Platinum sponsors, Melissa Rambuya and Kristen Harrow, the premier real estate tandem in Fairfield County for all your real estate needs. We'd also like to thank Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni, Leo and Steve Cole's uncles of Carl Chevrolet, who have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist with all your automotive needs. We'd also like to thank our Platinum sponsor, William Fessler Family Dentistry, the dental office for your family needs. We'll thank the other ones in a bit. The game is back in action.
And the ball is up to Cunny. Cunny is going to get brought down for a loss of yards here. 4th and 7 coming up. Loss of 5 there.
That's Southington defense doing what they do best, getting in the backfield. Now it's going to be 4th and long, and New Canaan is going to be forced to punt.
Number 6, Henry Cunny. With the carry. Stopped by number 25, Jared Duda.
Ty Groff back to punt.
Play clock ticking down, and the ball is up by Groff. A shorter punt that is going to land at the 20 and bounce at the 13.
And Southington deep in their own territory. New Canaan in desperate need of a stop here. You can't go down 2 scores before halftime. Keep in mind, New Canaan does receive the second half kick.
Well, now that New Canaan's on defense, let's highlight their defense. Only allowing 8.6 points per game so far in this season. The notable exception, and outlier to that, I should say, is the Wilton game. Here's the toss over, and the Southington run takes it up to the 22-yard line.
It's Thomas again.
By number 21, Javon Thomas.
Decent gain on first down. 2nd and 5 for the Blue Knights.
Second down, 5.
And there's the low throw there to number 84, John Flynn.
Incomplete pass there. Looked like it might have been a backwards pass for a second, but no, it is not, and it will still be 3rd and 5.
Good opportunity for a big stop here for the New Canaan defense, but I don't want to jinx anything. Let's just watch the play. The ball is up, and the first down conversion is successful by number 1, Ryan Del Monte, their star receiver. Southington's star receiver, I should say.
Mike Drury has just seemed to been firing in all cylinders with his play calling. Del Monte was wide open right there.
The New Canaan blitz not able to get to Barnum. Here's a very similar flick, and that one is taken up by Thomas once again for a gain of 6.
Defensively for New Canaan, number 7, Riley Gardner.
Never mind, that was actually a 2-yard gain.
He must have stepped out of bounds, Cole. Looked like he got a little more than that. From our view, of course.
Barnum in the pocket, handing it off once again. And that is going to be up by Thomas for the first down, just past the 40-yard line. Slow and steady, the name of this drive here for Southington.
This option game has really confused New Canaan, not really favoring either the running back or the screen or the quarterback run.
There's another screen there. Flag is out on the field with the pass going to John Flynn, number 84.
Looks like a face mask for on New Canaan. They're backing up already. New Canaan able to get a stop on first down and negated by a face mask. Accidental face mask, mind you, so it's only a 5-yard penalty, but still would like to have the negative play.
And the pass is up once again and brought down there by... Sorry, that pass was intended for Ryan Del Monte.
2nd and short for the Knights.
And another run here. That one's going to be taken by Barnum, and he broke loose for a second before he was stopped by linebacker and senior co-captain Vin Cognetta.
Another flag on the field. It's a holding against the Knights. So it will be
3rd down.
2nd and 11, I believe.
My apologies. 2nd down.
A lot of laundry on the field early on here.
Tough penalty here to swing the momentum back to New Canaan. And this ball is handed off once again with a massive gap there for Thomas, and he brings it up for the first down and 17-yard carry.
And it's so hard to key on a singular play that New Canaan is spread out all over the field, and Southington's been able to take advantage.
And Barnum with time in the pocket, he's lofted this one up, and it is going to be caught on the far side of the field by Ryan Del Monte. That is going to be spotted at the 3-yard line. Another amazing opportunity and a fantastic throw there by Barnum.
He really put it on a dime. Dylan Murray was all over him, but Del Monte able to come down with it because Barnum put it in the perfect spot.
And that is going to be a touchdown for Southington. That was Thomas once again making his way up the field, this time resulting in a touchdown. That is his 12th on the season.
And Southington, they've struggled against FCIAC teams in the playoffs with 3 exits against Darien in the last 6 years, but it's been all Blue Knights tonight.
Well, Barnum's going to let his arm rest here as he gives the kick the work. And the kick is up and good for the point after.
It's those 50-50 balls that Canaan just hasn't come down with, and that's why they're losing in this game. Southington's offense has been, aside from the first drive, they've been unstoppable tonight. What they do so well that Darien really didn't do in the Turkey Bowl is that they have so many options on every single play.
Whether it be up here in the booth as well, Brendan.
Quarterback run, running back run, or the screen pass, 3 immediate options, and New Canaan spread out, and it's really just been incredibly effective.
And Benevento and Bailey back to receive the kick once again, staying unchanged from their last reception. Barnum to kick off here. He really has not left the field for more than a few minutes at a time. And the kick is long. It's going to fall for a touchback to the way of Benevento.
New Canaan offense coming back out on the field. Been able to move the ball, but still no points on the board. And Southington's been making the stops when they needed to. The run game, which New Canaan normally likes to lean upon, has not really been there tonight, and they're going to have to rely on Cunny to move the ball down the field.
And Cunny sends the screen up for number 9.
Andrew Rechterman.
Thank you, Brendan. He gets a gain of 5 there. And a short throw there to Bailey, I should say, picks up the first down. Sorry, third time's a charm apparently. That was not Cunny or Bailey. That was Vin Cognetta in the backfield picking up the first down.
And whether or not he got the first down is close. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and inches.
And the one referee actually does signal for the first down. The chains were not moving at first, but there they go.
Well, there's a touchback. So New Canaan got the ball on the 20. Now the ball's on the 30. That's how math works.
It's incredibly close, like you said, though, Brendan. Cunny handing it off to Cognetta, who picks up 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, New Canaan, they really want to get the run game going, but Southington's been all over them, especially Jackson Ruszewski. And that was actually...
And Cunny throws it up, and it is nearly intercepted by number 9, Brendan Coppola. He bobbled it just one too many times there. The pass was intended for Andrew Rechteman, but was read perfectly by the Southington defense.
Yes, it was, Cole, and now New Canaan staring at a 3rd and long, deep in their own territory.
And
it's going to be a timeout. New Canaan play clock was running down. Those 5 yards could really push you out of range for the first down that you really need right now.
well, if you are New Canaan, what do you have to change to get on the board here, Brendan? Staring at a 3rd and 8 with only 6 minutes and 46 seconds left in this first half.
Well, New Canaan would love to get the run game going, but that looks like it's just not going to happen, so they're going to have to lean on Cunny to get the job done.
And let's take a look around the league at some of the other Class L FCIAC scores here. Fairfield Prep losing to Greenwich. They are the #1 seed. Hall and Shelton tied 7-7, and Darien, as possibly predicted, 19-0 over Hamden, as this game is 14-0 in favor of the Blue Knights. Cunny dropping back with time in the pocket, and he's airing this one up, and it is caught by New Canaan for the first down and massive gain.
Max Salert with a 50-yard reception for the Rams, and that's just what they needed right now. And they're in excellent position to get on the board here before halftime.
And the wrecking ball of momentum swings back in the way of New Canaan. Cunny with more time and space and an open receiver in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jack McPhillips on the reception.
Oh, that's actually Alex Benevento, the sophomore, and he had all the room in the world. Southington sends pressure, leaving multiple Rams open in the end zone.
Well, that's Benevento's second touchdown on the season. What a year he's had so far.
And Benevento, the holder here as well.
And the kick is up and good by Ty Groff. New Canaan clawing their way back into this game. 14-7, still in favor of Southington.
6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. If New Canaan could get a stop here, that would be huge. They haven't been able to seemingly do anything against this option offense past 2 drives. Stop here could be huge, and if they would want to score before halftime again.
Well, out comes Groff once again to take this kickoff. Southington receiving team slowly making their way onto the field.
Man, they're taking their time because you know what a track meet it's going to be once they actually get going on offense.
It is now up to the New Canaan defense to slow down the Southington team to hopefully force a turnover and put the ball back in the offense's hands. This kick is up and lands at around the 17-yard line. Southington still on the ball and being dragged down at around the 30-yard line is number 13, Ty Woodbury.
And the blocking all night has been excellent for Southington. On the edge, on special teams, and up the middle. New Canaan really hasn't had an answer for it.
This offensive line has been providing fantastic protection in the pocket for Barnum, and he's been making fantastic use of it as well. Short throw to the right is going to earn Southington 6 yards, but there is a flag on the field.
Let's see what it is. It's going to be against the Rams, Riley Garden. Oh, pardon. Holding on the Blue Knights. That's going to back them up.
Well, that sends them back to a 2nd and 14, if I'm correct. Advantage to the Rams once again.
And they got the holding penalty on the last drive. Next play, Jack Barnum's able to hit Ryan Del Monte over the top. See if New Canaan can take advantage here.
Barnum hands it off again, and the ball is taken up there.
Looks like Cardillo on the run. And Southington now is 2nd and manageable from their own 34.
2nd and 6 here, and Cardillo gets the ball once again, but does not pick up nearly the same yardage as he did last time, being stuffed at the line. Apologies, that's actually a gain of 1.
Barrett Schmitz on the stop. We haven't heard a lot from him today, but he has been terrific for the Rams all year. 63 total tackles and 1.5 sacks in the Turkey Bowl against Darien.
Barnum dropping back, and the blitz is up. He is in all sorts of trouble there, scrambling and throwing the ball up, nearly picked off there.
Batted down by Connor Bailey, and that is the stop that New Canaan needed. Just under 5 minutes left in the first half. They have an opportunity to score again.
Fourth and 5 here will send out the punt.
Bailey back to receive.
This is Evan Anderson to punt for the Southington Blue Knights. Nearly blocked there. That one's going to fall low around the 33 before it stopped. That ball just kept on rolling for about 10 yards there.
Short punt, but a friendly bounce. New Canaan in their own territory, looking to reciprocate on their last possession. Henry Cunny really did a great job of throwing the ball down the field. We haven't seen that much from him this year, mostly just screens and dump-offs, but when they need him most, he's been on.
Certainly, and just over 4.5 minutes, something for Cunny to play with. Cunny breaking away here. He was under pressure and elected to scramble out of the pocket, picking up 3 yards.
Yeah, pocket collapse. Cognetta wasn't open on the screen. Good job just to gain any positive yardage.
And Cunny rolling out and throwing up to Benevento once again, who makes it for the first down and gain of 10 for the Rams.
And that wasn't an intentional bootleg. Pressure just got to Cunny, and he's able to make a play outside the pocket.
Quick thinking on his feet there. And this one is handed off to Bailey, who picks up massive yardage, taking it all the way up to the 20 for a red zone challenge here for New Canaan.
And just like that, the tables have turned, and New Canaan is in scoring position once again.
The momentum very clearly shifting to the Rams side here. 3 minutes, 42 seconds left. The Rams have the ball and are looking very threatening.
Well, I thought this cold weather would slow down both of these offenses, but I was dead wrong. They've been able to move the ball better than New Canaan's been able to move the ball better than they have all year, and Southington has also been incredibly effective on offense.
Certainly. It's been a fantastic game from a third-party perspective here, and we hope all of you viewers at home are enjoying it as well.
Stoppage of play here. Timeout Southington. They wanted to give their boys a break, let them catch their breath.
New Canaan making the most of their timeout time. This ball has been spotted on the 19-yard line, and Cunny is going to hand it off here once again, and big break there for number 17, Max Alert on the run, sees him with another touchdown. The Rams within 1 point here.
Dan Farina faced some questions about the about his offense coming into this game after a low-scoring game against Darien, but they've looked terrific offensively, and the play calling has just been perfect.
Certainly caught all of us off guard with the handoff to Salert, who's certainly extremely versatile. And the kick is up and good. We have a tied game here at Dunning Stadium. 3 minutes and 36 seconds left, and it's Rams 14, Blue Knights 14.
Oh, another great use of a pun, and you didn't even realize it. Tied up by Ty. Jack of all trades, Jack Barnum.
Wow, they certainly are running free tonight.
Now Southington, can they answer offensively? They were stopped after looking invincible offensively in the last 2 drives. 2 scores from New Canaan to tie it up. How are they going to respond?
Certainly a good question, Brendan, but I will let the teams answer that one. Southington out on the field here. And it's going to be kicked off by the junior kicker and punter, Ty Groff, as well as backup quarterback. Groff has 9 field goals on the year. He only needs 4 more to tie the state record for a single season. He's been fantastic for the Rams. This kick is up and would have landed around the 4-yard line. So it's taken up here by the Blue Knights and stopped at the 23-yard line.
A fumble on the play, and it's New Canaan's ball.
The momentum is with the Rams as the fumble goes the way of New Canaan. And the Southington defense has to make their way right back out onto the field.
And after New Canaan just marched it right down the field, you wanted to get your boys a break, but they're right back out there after only 2 plays.
Well, I have to imagine the word in the Rams huddle right now is electrified. They have an opportunity here from facing a 14-0 deficit to going into halftime 21-14 up.
There was a penalty on the return there. Against Southington, it's declined. New Canaan will take over at Southington's 26.
And Cunny scrambling, and he throws it up. Incomplete, intended for Alex Benevento.
Southington picking up that Cunny likes to roll to his right. And that was a sort of a designed flood play so that there would be more options out there for Cunny. But they did a good job picking up on it. Self-correcting from their mistakes earlier on.
And Cunny is going to hand it off to Bailey, who is stopped for no gain.
And after a massive swing of momentum to New Canaan on the fumble, Southington's defense is standing tall here.
3rd and 11 here for the Rams. Certainly not an opportunity that they would like to squander with the ball on the 27-yard line. Cunny rolling to his right, and that ball is up and over Salert, the intended receiver.
Now it's going to be 4th and 11. It's kind of a no man's land here. This would be a long field goal. 4th and 11, certainly a hard conversion. Oh, that was a backwards pass. I don't know about that one.
Looks like that ball is going to be moved back then.
New Canaan will go for it here. Not really much of an option here. I wouldn't be surprised by a pooch kick, but we're going to see a timeout from New Canaan. They're going to talk this over. You can't really kick a field goal here. That's 50 plus. And
while Tigeroff is good, he is not 50 plus yards good.
50 plus, that's certainly state record kind of stuff there, but.
And back up in the booth here for the remainder of this timeout, it's Cole Schubert alongside Brendan Tiscornia. And we are happy to bring you this game from Dunning Stadium.
And I'm happy too, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what New Canaan does here on 4th down. I wouldn't blame them for going for it. Really not much of an option. You don't mind Southington gaining possession at their 35-yard line, but it's certainly a confusing situation, and I really don't know what I would do if I was a coach. That's why I'm not being paid to make the decisions.
Well, let's see what that decision is going to be.
This looks like a pooch kick.
Southington with no one downfield. And Cunny in the pocket for the Rams. He is going to roll to his right, and wide open on the far side of the field is Jack McPhillips, who picks up the 1st down and makes it up to the Southington 5-yard line. Fantastic play there on 4th and long for the Rams.
And this is the type of creative play calling that wins you games, but there's a flag down on the field. We'll see what the penalty is, but Southington, they've been keying on the flood to the right, and McPhillips just leaks out to the left, and there is no one within a mile of him.
Really fantastic play call there by offensive coordinator Dan Farino. And the ref still talking this one over as both New Canaan and Southington watch on. The ball is spotted at the 5-yard line.
Looks like a unsportsmanlike penalty on New Canaan. That would be my guess.
Jack McPhillips is going to check out of the game here.
Illegal man downfield. And a personal foul against Southington. So play will be negated. And Lou Marinelli is furious. He's out on the field.
And that's going to be A timeout on New Canaan as Marinelli is hoping to change the official's mind here. His mind is certainly blown, though.
Fan section is chanting something that I will not repeat on air. But let's just say that they have a similar sentiment to Lou Marinelli.
Well, Marinelli still is not off the field. The Rams are not in any form of huddle on the close side, while Southington is taking this time to talk over the next 2.5 minutes.
So one was a live ball penalty and one was a dead ball penalty. So this is a very confusing situation. It's going to be oh my goodness. I've never seen anything like this, Cole.
I certainly haven't either, but given that you've watched a lot more football than I have, Brendan, certainly speaks for something. Sounds like it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on New Canaan with another 15 yards, so offset for 10 yards in favor of New Canaan. 4th and 11 actually coming up.
And if you're Dan Farina, you got to be furious that that play that you spent so much time drawing up that worked so perfectly gets called back. But what are you going to do about it?
Well, we'll have to rewatch that one after the game to see who the illegal man downfield was.
It looks like they're going to bring Ty Groff out for a 45-yard field goal attempt. He hit 44 against Fairfield Ludlow.
This could tie his longest field goal, 44 yards. The kick looks like it is going to fall short, and Southington is going to get the ball back on the 34-yard line.
And if you're New Canaan, you really got to get some points up on the board. You were handed the ball on a silver platter on your opponent's 26-yard line.
Southington certainly escaping a perilous situation there.
And in what feels like forever since the Knights have been on the field, it's only been 4 minutes of game time. Let's see what Jack Barnum has in his bag of tricks.
Well, this first one looks to be a screen here to number 10, Gavin Anderson. And he picks up a couple of yards.
Southington, they'd really like to score before halftime, given that New Canaan gets the ball coming back from the break. See if they do in this possession.
Barnum in the pocket here, and that ball was nearly caught and dropped there by Southington. Barnum under pressure on the blind side, though.
The cold weather. Cardillo's been on the bench for, feels like forever. Hands just not able to bring it down.
And defensive coordinator Chris Silvestri screaming something from the sideline to his safeties as Barnum is looking to throw that one, and he breaks the tackle and is going all the way to the 40, 50-yard line. Fantastic run there by number 6, Justin Zitovsky.
Justin Sadovsky in one-on-one coverage. He's able to break his defender, and a lot of green grass in front of him after that.
This has been a game of offense here, Brendan.
Really not what we expected coming into this.
Certainly, it's been the defenses of both teams that have been the pride and joy of their programs so far. As Barnum drops back and a throw, green grass in front of the Southington receiver. That was number 6, Justin Zitovsky, once again. 2 consecutive carries.
Exactly 1 minute left in this second quarter.
Ball is on the 40-yard line here. Just a minute left in this half. And it is up and caught by Del Monte, who got the toe touch in on the sideline to keep it in bounds.
Great run, great route running there from Del Monte. Really just left New Canaan corner Riley Gardner in the dust. And Southington has 2 timeouts left. We'll see if they're willing to run the ball. I certainly doubt it. But New Canaan, this is a luxury of being able to key in on the pass.
And this ball is up and dropped by Del Monte. It was broken up by number 15, Walker Blair.
Walker Blair, the largest member of this secondary, 6'2", 180 pounds. He was able to just lay the wood there and jar the ball loose.
Well, if he was not able to, that would have been a touchdown. Second and 10, 48 seconds left on the clock here. Still 2 timeouts for Southington. Time to make something happen for them.
Delay of game penalty on the Blue Knights. That's going to back them up 5.
Well, that is possibly the worst outcome there before the ball was even snapped for Southington. And that's backing them up a little bit, possibly out of field goal range now.
Field goal range, Jack Barnum has shown an impressive leg on kickoffs and extra points. Don't know exactly how far he can kick it, but certainly out of his range now.
Well, Barnum is scrambling and throws it to Del Monte, who's able to get out of bounds. 3rd and 2 coming up. He got a gain of 13 on that one.
And if you're Southington, you absolutely have to come in with some points and take a lead in the locker room. Canaan's offense has been playing very well tonight. And they get the ball at halftime, so you really want this lead.
Third and 2 here for the Blue Knights. And that one is going to go up for Thomas and is tackled by
Vin Cognetta on the stop. Leads the team in tackles, interceptions, and rushing yards. He does it all for these Rams, and huge stop there.
Southington taking the timeout here.
Got to think this over. 4th and 6.
4th and 8, actually.
4th and 8. I told you, Cole, I need my readers. But really got to think this one over. Long field goal, about 43 yards, but you definitely want to come away with some points here. Barnum has an impressive leg.
Will he use it?
Looks like the offense will stay out on the field.
Granted, Barnum is their offense and special teams. A member of it, I should say. Not to discredit the other players on the field. Fourth and 8, Barnum is going to elect a throw, and he is sacked by New Canaan.
3 members in there for the Rams. That is Jack Boutine, Justin Villeneuve in on the sack.
And the Rams get all right field position here, although there is only 30 seconds left in this first half. Chance for Cunny to show off his throwing here.
And that's one of those big plays that can decide the outcome of these games. If Southington gains a first down, they can gain some momentum and the lead going into halftime. But now New Canaan, no timeouts, but clock stops to move the chains out of bounds, incomplete pass. They can possibly get into field goal range here.
And Cunny is going to hand it on the reverse here. And 9 yards picked up there by Max Alert.
No first down, stays in bounds, clock's still running. 10 seconds left on the clock, time for one more shot.
And Cunny is going to have to look long. He has time, and that one is going to be thrown to Andrew Rechteman. But that is going to be the end of the first half here at Dunning Stadium. Back up into the booth. The game is tied 14-14, and it's been a story of 2 offenses, Brendan.
Well, yes, both these teams, Cole. New Canaan allowing only 8.6 points per game, but Southington only allowing 11 points per game defensively. So both these teams are really allowing more points than they expected to. And,
well, this isn't the only game going on, Brendan. Sorry to cut you off there, but we do have some scores from around the CIAC. Fairfield Prep still losing to Greenwich, and Shelton taking a lead over Hall. Darien maintaining their lead over Hamden, 32-7 at half as well.
And we'd like to remind you that this game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We'd like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's Market has supported NC Rams athletics in the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. We'd like to thank our Platinum sponsors, Melissa Rambuya and Kristen Harrow, the premier real estate partnership in Fairfield County for all your real estate needs. I'd like to thank our Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni, Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, who've been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927, and their team is ready to assist you with all of your automotive needs. I'd like to thank our Platinum sponsor, William Fessler Family Dentistry, the dentist's office for all your family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. We'd also like to thank our gold sponsor. Renaissance Partners is a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company serving all of Fairfield County. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Performance Optimal Health. With advanced level professionals and a team approach to healthcare, their mission is to empower athletes and their families to live better. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. And again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors.
Ladies
the NC Rams All Sports
down on the
Booster Club
field.
supports all
Here
New Canaan
come the
Rams athletics. Go
The New Canaan
Rams!
Athletic.
Now we're going to leave off here with a video of the Capital fundraiser being started here for the New Canaan Athletic Foundation, hoping to put in a new press box to support future athletics here at Dunning Field, as well as some other exciting developments. So, signing off here from the booth, this is NCTV, Cole Schubert, Brendan Tiscornia, and the rest of the crew. We'll see you at the beginning of the third quarter. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, down on the field, here come the Rams! The New Canaan Athletic Foundation is proud to announce the kickoff of its third major capital campaign, a public-private collaboration between the New Canaan Athletic Foundation and the town of New Canaan. The campaign will raise $5 million focused on renovation of Dunning Stadium, led by an upgrade to state-of-the-art game quality with halftime production lighting and a new high-tech press box. New Canaan has a rich history of private financial support for its athletic facilities, most notably represented by the Dunning and Hawes families. Now is the time to ensure that our athletic facilities infrastructure is competitive with neighboring communities while meeting the expanding needs of our community and its excelling youth. Over 3,000 students from 1,500 families participate in youth sports, with 70% of New Canaan High School students participating in athletics. Year over year, our impressive list of student-athlete college commitments illustrates the vital relationship between academics and sports in New Canaan. Additionally, several of our alumni play in the NFL, the NHL, the MLB, the PLL, and the WPLL. Please contribute to this important campaign by following the link with the QR code. For more information, visit our website and follow us on social media. Now is the time to join the generous donors who have invested in our town and given meaning to NC Pride.
And welcome back to Dunning Stadium for the start of the second half. It's the New Canaan Rams taking on the Southington Blue Knights. Both teams tied up here 14-14. The Rams coming into this game at 9-1, and in comparison, Southington coming in at 8-2. But really not much separating both of them here tonight, Brendan.
No, not at all. What really is going to make the difference in this game is those important plays, those fourth downs. We saw 2 fourth down stops in this first half of action, and we also saw some big plays down the field despite the cold weather, and that's not really something we've seen from New Canaan. We heard before this game that Southington would be willing to take more shots, but they still have surprised us.
Certainly, and Southington is making their way onto the field right now. They took an early 14-0 lead, but the Rams scored 2 touchdowns to tie it back up.
And New Canaan, they get the ball coming back from halftime. Both these teams have been very effective on offense. New Canaan doing it more through the air than they have throughout the season all year. And Southington, that fast tempo option offense has really kept the Rams on their heels.
Speaking of the Rams, here they are. They're going to look to meet up with either Darien or Hamden. It's looking like Darien right now based on the scoreline in the CIAC Class LL semifinals on Sunday.
Both these teams know Darien very well. New Canaan beat Darien less than a week ago on Thanksgiving morning. Southington has been knocked out of states 3 times since 2015 by the Wave.
Well, depending on who wins this game, if New Canaan wins, they will host here at Dunning Stadium on Sunday, December 5th at 12:30. And assuming Darien beats Hamden and keeps their scoreline, if Southington wins here, the game would be played in Darien.
Both these teams have had storied histories. Both winning state championships, multiple state championships, but in recent years they haven't been able to get it done. Neither of these senior classes want to go out empty-handed. Southington last won in 2014, and New Canaan last won in 2016. Win today would keep those hopes alive.
Most certainly, especially with New Canaan being the newest of the Class LL teams in this CIAC tournament. They did play Class L a couple years ago.
Well, they did play Class LL the years before that, so they are one of the smaller schools in Class LL. So they tend to fluctuate from between the 2 divisions. New Canaan's out ready to receive. Connor Bailey and Alex Benevento back deep. Alex Benevento has been terrific this game. Long touchdown pass early on, as well as some big first downs, and also has been effective in the return game.
Certainly. And here comes Southington, led by their kicker and quarterback and senior co-captain, Jack Barnum. Barnum has 1,690 yards passing coming into this game, and certainly has tallied up quite a few over that today, with 17 touchdowns and 4 interceptions as well.
And both these teams, they want to keep their offense on the field for as long as they can. It's cold weather, more time off can make you a little rusty.
Well, Barnum winding up, doing a couple last-second stretches there.
Oh, yeah.
And he puts the kick up emphatically. That one is going to land for a touchback in the arms of Alex Benevento.
And according to CIAC rules, any kick that reaches the end zone will be a touchback, no matter if the returner decides to return it or not.
Certainly makes their decision-making a little easier there.
Yes, certainly.
And the ball is spotted at the 20-yard line. Cunny and co. taking the field here for the New Canaan Rams.
New Canaan's been able to put some long drives together, but when they took over in Southington territory, they weren't able to do much.
And Cunny dropping back on this first play. That one's up to Andrew Rechteman. And he picks up 6 yards on the play.
Rechteman, Cunny, a lot of chemistry there. Those two have been playing since they were in elementary school.
Taking their time here with their signature look back to the field, or the sideline, I should say. And Salert is brought down in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards here with a third down.
Southington saw the man in motion, and they were ready for it there, swallowing him up in the backfield.
Salert has had a fantastic game, but luck was not on his side there as Southington read it like you said, Brendan.
Third and long for the Rams. Not so long. 3rd and 5.
And Cunny sending it up to McPhillips, who catches it in stride and picks up a few yards, bringing it up to the Southington 41-yard line.
Well, that's a big few there, Cole. He's all the way into Southington territory. And not a huge window there, but Cunny able to put it on a dime, hit his guy in stride for a huge first down.
Certainly. When I said a few, I meant closer to 30 yards on that play.
And McPhillips, he's their big play guy on the outside, 6'1", 180 pounds.
And here's Benevento on the ball, dodging and weaving his way through, bringing that one up for yet another first down. The chains are moving, and so are the Rams.
Ryan Del Monte on the stop. Playing both sides of the ball. Senior captain, they certainly need him here tonight in their state's game if they want to continue their season.
Well, he's a key player in that secondary for Southington, as well as one of the favorite wide receivers for Southington. However, everything is about the New Canaan offense right now. Quick throw out here to Salert, who picks up 4 yards on the play. Ball popped out, but he was already down.
Small gain there, but New Canaan will happily accept that. 2nd and manageable for the Rams with Cognetta in the backfield.
New Canaan taking their time, still 15 seconds on the play clock. And Cunny dropping back and throwing and caught. Never mind, that is incomplete. It looked like that one was in the hands of Thomas Haggerty, the senior wide receiver. But it was batted out at the last moment.
That's one you really got to come down with. That moves the chains there. Now we're facing a long third down.
6. Cunny opting to throw again, and that one is caught by Max Salert as he is tackled and falls out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock, but move the chains.
Pass game has been on point for the Rams today. We've seen games where they've been almost allergic to the pass. Only 3 completions last week, but really I've been impressed with the way Cunny's been playing tonight.
Well, he's been placing these balls on a platter for these receivers. And they have been making their best out of almost every single one of them, it feels like. Cunny in the backfield here. He's going to hand it off to Cognetta, who breaks out, and touchdown Rams. Cognetta on the run for the 18-yard touchdown. Rams 20, Southington Blue Knights 14.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, Cole, New Canaan really had to get Southington out of their blitzing scheme. And after all those productive passing plays, the middle was wide open on that one.
And Groff is up and good with that kick. The point after is good. Rams 21, Blue Knights 14. That's been 21 unanswered points here for New Canaan. And Southington and the offense are going to have to make something happen here on this play, or this drive, I should say.
And what they've been doing so well is just keeping this Southington offense off the field. Every single drive that Southington has had, they've been able to at least get into New Canaan territory, but besides the fumble on the kick return, of course, but I'm not sure if that even counts. And Groff will kick off again here.
Groff has had a nearly flawless game minus the missed field goal, although it was nothing to scoff at a 44-yard attempt that fell a few yards short. And Groff kicks it high. That one's going to take a bounce at the 17-yard line and brought down around the 17 as well is the Southington receiver.
Evan Anderson on the return there. He's not really their return guy, but short kick, so he was forced to take that one back. Nothing doing on the return. Cardillo in the backfield for the Blue Knights.
Jack Barnum talking to his offense and handing it off to Cardillo, who's making his way around the outside. And
oh, pardon, that's Javon Thomas.
My apologies.
That's my
fault.
fault.
Thomas makes his way around.
That's my fault, Cole. Don't you worry about it.
Oh, I thank you, Brendan.
But Southington, they were not able to take advantage of their strong run game on their last drive because of the amount of time left in the half. Going to look to lean on it a little bit more on this drive.
And Thomas was taken down once again. He was trying to truck on there. Still picks up 4 yards on that play.
3rd and 3 here. Jack Boutine on the stop. The junior.
Double motion there. And handoff once again. And he is wrapped up short of the first down for a loss of 1.
And New Canaan has been so great against the run all year.
Really good work there by combination of number 5, Ryan Warneberg, as well as the rest of the defense. And
here comes the punt team for Southington. I would not be shocked by a fake. Short distance, only you're down a touchdown. Big game.
Well, this is going to be a delay of game call, it looks like.
Southington was trying to draw the Rams off sides, but they're going to back up 5, and
This is certainly going to be a punt now, it looks like.
Bailey back deep for the Rams. Yeah, especially so deep in their own territory. They have to punt here.
And the punt is a little bit high, but still gets up, and that will take a couple friendly bounces. But the ball will be spotted at the Southington 44-yard line. Great field position for the Rams offense.
In the cold weather, the ball does not travel as far in the air. And as we can see there, only about a 20-yard punt for Evan Anderson.
New Canaan offense making their way onto the field. And Cunny is going to take it and break free, nearly broke free. Still picks up the first down and was brought down by number 25, Jared Guida.
We've seen the reverse twice already in this game. Rams bring Salert in motion, and Cunny keeps it himself. They were keying on the reverse to Salert.
Salert really a massive part of this offensive power today. And here is Benevento on the carry, but that one is going to be stopped for a loss of 1. Looks like they were looking for Benevento's speed around the outside, but he was stuffed quicker before he was able to get out.
Southington not fooled by back-to-back runs.
And Cunny is going to throw here to Connor Bailey. Short throw, but he's still going to pick up about 6 yards. And this is going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Rams.
Canaan waiting for the play. 20 seconds on the play clock. And they're bringing in Matthew Ronsky, the tight end. More often than not, that is indicative of a run play.
Well, 7 seconds on the play clock here. And the snap is handed off to Cognetta, who breaks free of a few tackles and is still going and makes his way to the 17-yard line for the first down.
Southington has been keying on the run all night. That is some of the most running room that Cognetta has seen today. Normally the focal point of this Rams offense. There's going to be a timeout by the officials.
There is a player kneeling down on the far side of the field there for Southington. Hopefully he is all right.
That is Jared Guida down, the senior for the Blue Knights.
And to cut away from the field right now, let's take a look around the CIAC. Class L Fairfield Prep coming back and currently winning over Greenwich 21-14. Shelton.
That's a rematch of a game that was played earlier this year in Greenwich, which Greenwich won 14-7, but this one's in Fairfield, and they're on top here tonight.
Well, Darien taking on Hamden as well, 39-13 in the fourth quarter. Looks like Darien is clawing their way towards yet another CIAC semifinal appearance.
Darien will face the winner of this game. If New Canaan wins, it will be right here at Dunning, and if Southington wins, it will be in Darien.
Of course, that's assuming that Hamden doesn't pull any heroics out of the bag in the last quarter.
Yeah, there's not that much time left, Cole. I don't see that happening.
I think you need Tom Brady in Super Bowl 51 to pull off any heroics like that.
Cole, I know you're that big of a football fan, but I'm very proud of that reference.
Oh, I watched the Super Bowl, Brendan. Don't you worry.
It'd be un-American not to.
Of course.
And
good to see
Guida
that.
gets off the field under his own power. Always good to see.
You read my mind there, Brendan. And the New Canaan offense taking the field once again after that official's timeout. Looking like a
Ronski in motion.
And that one is dropped by Cunny, who somehow makes something out of it and throws it down into the ground.
That's going to be a legal man downfield against the Rams. That was supposed to be a run play.
That is going to move them back and slow down what has been a successful and quick drive so far.
Offensive pass interference, actually.
Well, that's a massive penalty.
That's going to back the Rams up 15 yards out of field goal range.
First and 25 here. Second and 25, actually, I believe.
Well, McPhillips was just blocking down the field there, but because he expected Cunny to run it. Stack box for the Blue Knights here. Buchanan's content to let this clock run.
And that one is going up and just out of the grasp of the New Canaan receiver. That was number 16.
Hunter Telesco.
Right. Thank you, Brendan. His name slipped my tongue there.
It's the change in the number, Cole. That really gets you.
Second and 25 here for the Rams.
Little movement by the Knights. Not offsides, though, so it is within the rule.
And
lot
big
of
blitz
pressure
there. That ball is going to be thrown out of bounds ahead of the intended receiver, Vin Cognetta.
And it's going to be 3rd and 25 for the Rams. I'd not be surprised if they go with some sort of check down or a draw play. Try and give your kicker a chance. This is certainly not the territory where you're content to punt.
Definitely. And big throw downfield by Cunny. And first down caught by Max Alert. What a game he is having.
And there have just been so many plays on 3rd and long where New Canaan needs a big play, and Cunny has delivered it to him. Long throw to Salert on the far sideline in the first half. Big throw to McPhillips over the middle, and another big play to Salert there.
Well, the clutch gene is certainly in this New Canaan offense today. Yet another 3rd down conversion and a New Canaan rush that is going to be spotted just short. 2nd and inches to the goal line here.
And this is just the new normal. New Canaan still in the shotgun on the inch line. This is something that would be unheard of just 10 years ago.
And that is a touchdown for New Canaan off of the rush.
Connor Bailey on the
Connor
carry.
Bailey. And that is Connor Bailey's third touchdown of the year.
And he actually spends most of his time on defense. First team all FCIAC selection as a safety. But big time playoff game, and they're using him on both sides of the ball.
Well, no wonder he's a captain for his dual performances here. But back on the field, that kick from Ty Groff was up and good for the extra point. And New Canaan with 28, 4 touchdowns. Unanswered points here.
And they're keeping that high-powered Southington offense off the field. Southington held to a season low 17 last week, or outside of their opener against Maloney. But it's not as if they've been playing poor offensively. They just haven't been on the field.
That's right. This New Canaan defense has been making the best of the time that they've had on the field, and the New Canaan offense has really not been stopped too many times here.
No, they haven't, and this is something that they have struggled with all year, especially the passing game. But it's very exciting to see them firing on all cylinders offensively when the defense has been their bread and butter all year.
This kick is up and caught by number 80.
Evan Anderson.
And possibly another fumble. That one is going to the Rams.
Second fumble of the night by Evan Anderson on kick returns. Things just could not be going more wrong for the Blue Knights right now.
Well, the first fumble of the day off of the kick return from Anderson led to nothing from the Rams. Let's see if they can change. Wow, voice crack there.
Well, voice crack. I didn't hear anything.
There.
I didn't hear anything, Cole.
Exactly. Wow, what a game we're having. Even my voice is taking the toll here. The momentum is truly all in the New Canaan team at the moment. Dropped pass by Cunny, but he still gets the throw off, and the catch is good by none other than Max Alert. Really incredible performance from him today.
Max Alert was silent last week with 1 reception for 7 yards, but it could not be less true tonight, as he has had a whale of a game.
Well, former NCTVer, happy to see him making moves on the field. And that was Vin Cognetta brought down for a short gain.
I love being able to see the players' breaths on the field. That can only mean one thing: playoff football. It's getting cold out.
Certainly. It's nice being up in the booth here with the heaters, but I have to extend a thank you to our camera operators on top of the box, Sydney Sibilia and Anav Sahai.
Now 3rd and short for the Rams. Cognetta in the backfield. He's your short yardage running guy.
And that's going to be a
timeout, New Canaan. Delay game kind of takes you out of running range, forces you to throw the ball. So good call. And give them a little more time to think it over. I would expect Southington to key in on the run, especially after going to Cognetta on the last play. So I would not be surprised if New Canaan goes to the air here.
Well, they've certainly proven to be adept at both tonight.
And look at that. Matthew Ronsky is in the huddle. bringing a little more size on the field.
And both teams taking the field simultaneously here. On the far hashes, the ball is spotted at the 17-yard line and handed off to Cognetta, who is still going and makes his way to the first down.
Extra effort. That Southington defense has been on the field for a long time. New Canaan seems to be wearing them down.
Well, earlier in this year in some of our broadcasts, you called Vin Cognetta the thunder of this backfield, and it's certainly true. He's been trucking and picking up yards, even with defenders on him all night.
First and 10 from the 14. You can still gain a first down.
And handoff to Cognetta once again. This time he doesn't make it nearly as far and is stuffed for only a gain of 1.
And that looks like Connor Bailey checking into the game, as well as Alex Benvento. And Matthew Ronsky checks out. This is your lighter package. So expect New Canaan to go to the air here on second down.
And that ball is over the head, and snap wasn't caught by Cunny, so he has to dive on that and take the loss of about 10 there.
Yeah, there have been a few drop snaps here tonight. I don't know if it's the weather. New Canaan's used a couple different centers in recent weeks. Ned Brady began the season at center. Graham Ladley getting the start tonight.
Brady still a key piece of these offensive and defensive lines. But there is the end of the third quarter.
And New Canaan, those bench guys, they're holding up the four fingers as well as Southington. They know it's game time, and that if you lose this one, it means you're going home.
Certainly, it's do or die here, and the advantage is on the close sideline with the New Canaan Rams. They lead 28-14. 12 minutes left to play. Well, we have the scores from around the CIAC Class L State Tournament once again. All unchanged, bar Darien, who is running away with this game. Their power offense truly on display here.
New Canaan can hold on. It looks like they're going to have a rematch of the Turkey Bowl played just 5 days ago.
In 5 days as well.
Yes, in 5 days. You're better at math than me, Cole.
Well, should New Canaan win today, we would be streaming it once again on our YouTube channel, NCTV 78. But here is Cunny. He is looking to scramble and just makes it outside before being pushed out of bounds, picking up a few yards on 3rd and 19, but looks like they were trying to get within field goal range there, Brendan.
We've got a man down for Southington.
That's going to be an official's timeout. Man down on the close side of the field. Hopefully he is all right, or will be all right.
These playoff games, you hate to see a player go down because you never know when you can take your last snap out there on the field, and especially for these seniors. It's devastating, it really is.
Well, while we have a little downtime here, I'd like to thank the crew of our production today, our producer, Emily Fox, who's been producing games now for 3 years, really a backbone of our school TV broadcasting program, as well as our camera operators, Sydney Sibilia and Anav Sahai, have been fantastic. And on audio, we have Joaquin Garcia Berg. And also, thank you for joining me in the booth, Brendan.
Oh, anytime. And we have a wacky formation here. Three linemen, Ty Groff under center, and they're just going to kick the field goal.
38-yard field goal coming up here. 38-yard field goal attempt, I should say. And that one is up and good for Ty Groff. Just sneaking its way inside of that right-hand post.
And that's his 10th field goal of the season. He's 3 away from tying the state record and 2 away from tying the conference record. He hit from 39 last week, almost the same exact spot. And it's an incredible luxury to have a kicker like that who can hit from distance.
And he is the understudy of Henry Cunny here, the backup quarterback as well. We saw him get some reps in earlier this season in some of their matchups at the beginning, especially versus Brian McMahon.
He's 2 for 3 on the year with a rushing touchdown. And he looks to take over this program next year as their starter.
Looks like it's in good hands.
And Groff to kick off once again.
It was a fantastic rhyme, Brendan.
Oh, I heard it from somewhere else in the booth.
Very humble.
Little birdies in my ear.
And the ball is up, and Evan Anderson running with it, taken down at the 28.
That's actually Justin Zatofsky. Anderson was
apologies.
taken off kickoff team after the 2 fumbles. Southington down 3 scores here.
Really need to make something happen. Fourth quarter, 1st and 10 for Jack Barnum and co. He's going to throw this one up on the screen to number 6.
Another flag on the field. That's Zatofsky with the reception.
Zatofsky picked up a handful of yards there, but the flag is going to be a holding on Southington, and it's going to set them back once again. That one's going to be spotted from the 28-yard line, so that will be 2nd and
very long.
Very long, correct. 2nd and 17, I want to say. 16. 2nd and 16.
Southington has not been able to stay out of their own way in this second half.
My apologies, it's actually 1st down. And the
pressure from New Canaan.
Throw is up and incomplete.
Low throw looking for John Flynn.
Well, Barnum was under pressure there in the pocket by the New Canaan blitz.
Got to make a quick decision, and Flynn just wasn't ready for the ball.
And Barnum is going to be brought down at the 10-yard line.
Jack Boutine, Ned Brady in there for the Rams.
And Barnum is slow to get up here. That was 3 Rams players as well as one of the Southington linemen who was caught there, and it looks like Barnum is walking gingerly back to the pocket.
And Ned Brady lands on top of you. That's 255 pounds of nose guard.
And West Point commit muscle.
Certainly can't be too comfortable.
And Barnum is going to look to throw here, but is brought down once again at the 5-yard line by number 2, Barrett Schmitz. And that's going to be 4th and hopeless for Southington.
And New Canaan, this pass rush was silent in the first half. That's what they've done so well throughout the year, their pass rush. And once they're able to turn it up, they take control of this game.
Well, this ball is on the 5, and that means that Jack Barnum is going to be all the way back.
Anderson's been the punter earlier.
Barnum sending this one up. It's going to land at around the 34 and bounce out of bounds at the 38. Really good field position once again for the Rams.
It seems like they haven't been in Southington territory since the very beginning of the third quarter, and they really have not. Officials speaking with Lou Marinelli as the New Canaan offense walks out on the field. Play clock is dead in the north end zone.
That's going to make it a little tougher here for Cunny.
Back judge will signal to the quarter to Cunny when there's 5 seconds left on the play clock. Walker Blair in at tight end, as well as Matthew Ronsky.
That one's going to be handed off to Cognetta, and he's going to pick up a few yards there. 5 yards to be exact. And the ball is going to be spotted at the 34-yard line.
Clock's ticking for New Canaan, and they are happy to let it roll.
Well, as a game summary, Southington went up 14-0 leading into the second quarter, and then New Canaan went into halftime tying it up 14-14 and haven't looked back since. And here's Cunny handing it off once again to Cognetta, who falls just short of the first down.
And it seems to me, Cole, that Southington just ran out of gas. Looks like New Canaan's just had more bodies at every position, able to rotate guys in. And this Southington defense is tired, and New Canaan's been able to run the ball much better in the second half and see a lot more open receivers.
Southington was looking and still does look extremely threatening, however, especially taking the early 14-0 lead.
3rd and 1, there's going to be a heavy blitz from the Blue Knights here.
Handed off once again, this time to Connor Bailey, who does take it up 6 yards, and he gets the first down. Slow and steady progress on the run game, but it is working out for New Canaan.
New Canaan's been reliant on those big hitters for most of this game, but they really want to grind those 4, 5, 6 yard gains to keep this clock running and wrap this one up here.
Only receiver out wide here is Max Alert.
Heavy set for the Rams.
It is going to be another handoff, and
that
was
16, Telesco on the carry.
My apologies, that was Telesco hurdling over one of the Southington defenders.
Telesco, normally a wide receiver, but he's been seeing some carries. He's more of an athlete out there. He has game-breaking speed and can hurt you in a lot of different ways.
2nd and 4, and New Canaan picking up yards steadily here on this drive. And Telesco gets the ball again, and he's trying to push his way through, makes it to the 25. Sorry, to the 16. And he's going to be short of the first down.
We heard from Coach Chris Silvestri that one of this New Canaan team's keys in every game they play is that they want to make the other team give up. They don't want the other team to even want to play football anymore. And it looks like they've been doing that, just 3 yards and a cloud of dust football in the fourth quarter here.
This game plan certainly is working. High snap, but it is taken by number 16, Hunter Telesco, who makes it all the way to the 1 yard line. Massive run there by Telesco.
Hunter Telesco, different jersey, still the same guy, using his game-breaking speed out on the edge. Buchanan knocking on the door once again.
And that is going to be a touchdown for New Canaan. Once again, New Canaan touchdown. They lead 37-14. Hunter Telesco with the rushing touchdown. And that is his 3rd touchdown on the year. His first rushing one.
Groff out for the extra point. Perfect on the day so far, besides the long field goal attempt.
And he puts it up and good. 38-14. 37-14, my apologies.
And Southington down big. Last game of the year. Expect them to throw the kitchen sink at you. They've got nothing to lose here. They're already down and out, so we'll see what Coach Mike Drury draws up for them.
My apologies. It is actually 38. I heard someone in the booth here say 37 and second guessed myself, but
Extra point.
nonetheless, the
You
Rams
said it before,
are
extra
leading.
point. You're good. You're good. You got it.
Ty Groff to kick off.
Excellent rhyme, Cole.
Why, thank you. Groff putting this one about the same place that he's been putting the others, around that 12 to 15 yard line.
Zitovsky on the return.
Zitovsky taking that one up to the 24. Looks like the referee is having a word there with number 30, Jack Patine.
Yeah, I got into a little extracurriculars after the play. No call.
Fortunate for New Canaan, the last thing they would want to do right now is lose their focus and give up unnecessary yards. And
throw out wide to what looks like
number 10,
Gavin Anderson.
He was pulled down by Dylan Murray out of bounds, so the play clock does stop, but it is short of the second down.
And I know Chris Silvestri, he's very competitive. He doesn't want to give up any points on this drive.
And first down throw to Anderson once again, but brought down by number 52, Javier Perez Soto.
Javier Perez Soto, another guy who's seen his role grow exponentially throughout the year. His best game of the year coming against Darien, making a play there in the fourth quarter.
And Barrett Schmitz bringing down number 84.
John Flynn. It's a team effort. It's all our cheat sheets are scattered everywhere.
Well, the flag is out on the field, and it looks like the ball is going to be moved back 5 yards. 10 yards, my apologies.
Perhaps a holding penalty there. First and very long here for Southington.
And the ball is up and way over the head of any receiver. Barnum throwing that one out of bounds under pressure from the defensive line.
Just under 4 minutes left here in this one. Second half has been all Rams.
It's really been night and day for the Rams when you look at their first 20 minutes of the game versus this last 2.5 quarters.
Another flag. False start on Southington. It's going to back him up another 5.
That goes from bad to worse. Second and 28.
If you're Southington, you just can't dig yourself in a hole like this when you're trying to make a comeback. Just another example of them getting in their own way. The penalties have just been all over the field.
And Barnum looking to make something happen. And he's not going to under the blitz. However, he does get it up to Zitovsky, who picks up a few yards, 10 yards, but still nowhere close to the 2nd and 23.
Southington, a team that has leaned on their run game so much this year, over 1,400 yards on the ground as a team. You can't get yourself in situations where you have to rely on Jack Barnum so heavily when the run game is the focal point of your offense.
Certainly they haven't been able to dictate that tempo, and there is an interception for New Canaan by number 10, Chris Bopp. That was tipped up by number 84. Sorry, number 1, Ryan Del Monte, and Chris Bopp made the best out of that opportunity. Turnover for the Rams, and that looks like it could have sealed the game here. 3 minutes and 8 seconds left, and New Canaan has the ball.
It's been that type of day for Southington, off the fingers of Del Monte, and Chris Bopp, right place, right time, able to intercept the pass for the Rams. And this is the first time New Canaan has been in their own territory since the opening drive of the second half, and we're going to see a 12-men on the field penalty, but I guess not.
Still a first down here. Dom Rasso seeing some minutes in this game at running back. He's had 1 touchdown and 166 yards on the season. And Groff, as we spoke about earlier, is the second-string quarterback and is seeing his minutes here on a CIAC level. Really great experience that he can get here in these last 2.5 minutes with the play clock rolling. Game clock, I should say. And it's going to be another handoff to Dom Rasso, who gets 2 yards on the play.
And this is why a program like New Canaan is able to be so good every year. They're able to get their second team guys in and get them real game reps against first team competition when they're only sophomores or juniors.
It's like lines of an army, and behind every single good player is yet another good player. Behind Drew Pine, who graduated and is now playing at Notre Dame, is Henry Cunny, and he's had a stellar season in at quarterback.
Tonight has been his best game of the year so far, in my opinion, when the Rams needed it the most.
And Dom Rasso takes that one up for the first down.
Rasso averaging 4 yards a carry. He's making that a little bit more now. Saw some action in earlier games, such as the North Haven game here at home on October 1st. And he's been productive when he's been on the field.
Certainly. And Ty Groff here taking his time, letting that play clock wind down as much as possible. Dom Rasso with a carry again, dipping and weaving and picking up 3 yards.
With Groff in at quarterback, that means the backup kicker is warming up on the sidelines, Sam Basezi. Even with how good Groff has been, it was a tight competition between the two for who would earn the starting spot. New Canaan's going to run this one down after one more play here.
And Groff takes what may be the last snap of the game. And here comes the New Canaan team out onto the field. Southington crashing out of this CIAC state quarterfinal competition. New Canaan will be hosting the semifinals on December 5th at 12:30 p.m. Make sure you add that into your calendars because you know that NCTV will be streaming it. Well, Brendan, what a game we've just watched here.
I agree, Cole, when Southington really had an excellent first half, but New Canaan made them play the game that they wanted Southington to play. Southington really wanted to be able to incorporate that run game, but when New Canaan built up their lead, Southington's not a team that's built to come from behind. They're built to build a lead and keep it. And once you take away that run game, it all falls apart for the Blue Knights.
Very good analysis there. They had a fantastic quarter and a half and really couldn't make anything happen past that point. It was all Rams. And they are going into the semifinals guns blazing.
And it looks like it's going to be another rematch with Darien. 12-7 game here last Thursday. You're not going to want to miss that one. Sunday here at Dunning Field. And it looks to be another good one. We're going to
go, though, we'd like to
thank our sponsors.
Our platinum sponsors.
We'd like to thank our platinum sponsor, Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's Market has supported NC Rams Athletic in the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. I'd like to thank our platinum sponsors, Melissa Rambuya and Kristen Harrow, the premier real estate tandem in Fairfield County for all your real estate needs. We'd like to thank our platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni, as well as Cole's uncles, Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, who've been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927, and their team is ready to assist you with all of your automotive needs. We'd like to thank our platinum sponsor, William Fessler Family Dentistry, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. We'd also like to thank our gold sponsors. Renaissance Partners is a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company, serving all of Fairfield County. We'd also like to thank our gold sponsor, Performance Optimal Health. With advanced level professionals and a team approach to healthcare, their mission is to empower athletes and their families to live better. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Go Rams!
Well, that is all from us. Before we go, I'd like to thank our production crew here today. Producer Emily Fox. On camera, we had Sydney Sibilia and Anav Sahai. And on audio, we had Joaquin Garcia Berg, as well as our advisor, Roman Sobolski, and equipment manager, Tony Pasesnik. Thank you all so much, and thank you for joining me in the booth, Brendan. Now, signing off here, it's Cole Schubert alongside Brendan Tiscornia. This is the final New Canaan 38, Southington 14. Thank you, and have a good night.